We're continuing to learn about traits that come from our DNA. It is a challenging lesson, just a note, so we'll just get through it and answer the comprehensions together without dwelling on the non-important details. So just asking basic WH questions. So today's code is OYPJD. Again, that's OYPJD. You're going to take that code and go to nearpod.com or the Nearpod app. And enter your code in order to join. As always, you type your name so I can see all of your hard work. So we're talking about DNA that exists in people. We already learned that DNA is in all living things, and it's not something that you can see without a telescope. So it's not something that you and I can see, but it's something that scientists learned about. So we're reading about DNA. Let's circle DNA. 3 letters, DNA. I'll circle DNA, you circle DNA, and when you're done, hit submit. Okay, the class learns more about DNA. Today the class will learn about DNA in people. Okay, what is the class learning about today? Let's look back. The class learns more about DNA. So what are they learning about? DNA. So let's circle DNA 1-2 times on the page. They're learning about DNA. When you're done circling DNA, hit submit. DNA makes all the students in the class different. So look at the students in the class. None of them look the same. They all look different, and that's because of their DNA. Some are boys and some are girls. The students have different hair and eyes. Are the students all the same? No. DNA makes all the students in the class different. Let's circle different. Everyone in the class is different. Are they all the same? No. They are different. They are different because of their DNA. So I circle different, you circle different, then hit submit. Okay. Todd looks like his dad. Some of Todd's DNA came from his dad. Okay, so I could see looking right here, they both have brown hair. Okay? So who does Todd look like? Let's look back in the story. Todd looks like his dad. Who does he look like? His dad. I circle dad, you circle dad. We can even circle it twice if we want to. When you're done circling dad, hit submit. Your DNA comes from your parents. You may look like your mom and dad. So I look more like my mom. That's what I look like. Okay. Where does your DNA come from? Your DNA comes from your parents. Where does it come from? Your parents. So I'm going to circle your parents. You circle your parents and then hit submit. DNA tells the cells what to do. Remember, we read last time that it gives the cells directions. Some cells make us a boy or girl. Some cells make your eye color. Okay. What does DNA do? My question is going to be, what does DNA do? DNA tells the cells what to do. So let's circle the whole sentence, the whole first sentence. DNA tells the cells what to do. We learned last reading that what it's really doing is it's giving directions. Like all of you are good at following directions. I wrote that as a note. You do not have to write in directions. DNA tells cells what to do. That's important to know. When you're done circling the first sentence, hit submit. What have we learned? We look different because of DNA. DNA tells cells what to do. So remember we read about it's giving our body directions. We get our DNA from our parents. Okay, why do we look different? I look different from you. Why? Because of DNA. We look different because of DNA. So let's circle DNA in every sentence. 1, 2, 3 times. We look different because of DNA. DNA tells cells what to do, and we get our DNA from our parents. So when you're done circling DNA 3 times, hit submit. Okay, what did we read about today? It has a title right here, DNA in people. So we read about DNA. Can you find DNA and circle it? Now, who do we get our DNA from? We get our DNA from our parents. So we're going to circle parents. We circle DNA and parents. When you're done circling DNA and parents, hit submit. Okay, all we have to do is answer our comprehension questions and you're all done. What is this chapter about? Did we read about DNA in people? Yes. Did we read about DNA in airplanes? No, airplanes are not living things. They don't have DNA. Did we read about fish today? No, so we couldn't read about DNA in fish. So we read about DNA in people. What is this chapter about? DNA in people. When you're done circling the first choice, hit submit. What does DNA make all the students in the class? Does DNA make all the students into desks? No, that's crazy. Does DNA make all the students look different? Yes. Does DNA make all the students into pencils? No. DNA makes all the students different. I circled different, you circled different. What does DNA make all the students in class? Different. Okay. What do the students have that is different? The students, do they have different books? We didn't read about books. Do all the students have different homework? We did not read about homework. Did all the students have different hair? I'll go back to the picture so we can see. So they all have different hair. It's all different colors. What do the students have that is different? They all have different hair. So I circled hair, you circle hair, and then we hit submit. Who may you look like? Can you look like your mom? Yes, because you get her DNA. Can you look like your dog? No. Can you look like your teacher? That's not what we read about. You're more likely to have DNA the same as your parents. And mom is a parent. Who may you look like? Mom. So I'll circle mom, you circle mom, and then we hit submit. And we're on our last question. Okay? What is important to know about this chapter? We get our DNA from our parents? That's true. We saw the picture of Todd and his dad who look similar. DNA is always changing. We did not read about our DNA changing. Did we read about parents should go to school? We did not read about parents going to school. So what is important to know about this chapter? We get our DNA from our parents. We did read that today. What is important to know about this chapter? We get our DNA from our parents. And once you submit, you're all done. You rocked that lesson and it wasn't easy because you're so smart. Great job.